Hello, I'm Marilyn, and today we're going to talk about raising chickens. Here are some tips for making those first few weeks go smoothly. But first, let's talk about the 3 best places to get chicks. Number 1, feed stores. In the springtime, it is hard to miss the peeping coming from the back of your local ranch store. Often these stores will have chick days during the spring where they will have special pricing on the chicks and supplies. Number 2, poultry association. You can also find chicks through your local poultry association. These associations are full of great resources as you begin raising chickens. You can even join and take part in their competitions and shows when your chicks have grown. Number 3, directly from breeders. The breeders will generally have 2 shipments of chicks during the spring and will mail a box of chicks directly to you. Be aware though that these shipments will go directly to the post office for you to pick up instead of being delivered to your home. Just like with human babies, the delivery date's approximate, so make sure you are ready a few days before the expected date. So now that you have your chicks, let's discuss what's going to happen during the first 9 weeks of raising chicks. Week 1, crowding. Keep an eye on your chicks to make sure they are happy and have enough space. Corners can be especially tricky for the chicks, with the chance of getting stuck, trampled, or suffocated. You may want to use some scrap pieces of cardboard to block the brooder corners, making a nice round space for the birds. Temperature. For the first week, make sure you maintain a temperature of at least 95 degrees in the brooder. Hang the heat lamp on one side of the brooder so the chicks can self-regulate. They can stand directly under the lamp if they are cold or stand off to the side in the cooler area if they are too hot. If you notice the chicks constantly crowding together under the lamp, they may be too cold. They crowd to help warm each other up. Feeding. Make sure that you are giving the chicks feed that is formulated especially for chicks. A chick layer feed will have all the nutrition they need. Check regularly on their feed to make sure it has not run out. Chicks will not overeat, so you can fill their feeder without worry. Clean bedding. Chicks are messy. They will get their food and droppings everywhere, including their feeder and water, so change out their bedding often to keep it clean and dry. You can also try putting your feed and water up on a brick or a dish to keep the food and water clean as well. One sign of stress in chicks is called pasty butt for literal reasons. Their feces will get stuck around their anus and paste up their means of defecation. If they are left plugged up, it can be fatal. At least daily, hold each chick upside down and check for blockage. You can clean a blockage with a wet washcloth or go Band-Aid style and rip the dried paste off, taking the offending down with it. A little apple cider vinegar in their water can help prevent the blockage. Pasty butt can also be a sign that the chicks are being handled too much. You may need to return to look, but don't touch. Weeks 2 to 5, feed. After week 1, you can begin to offer the chicks occasional treats. Think fruits, yogurt, crushed up cereal, bugs, grass, etc. But be sure to also give them chick-sized grit to help them digest. Treats for them are just like candy for us, so only give them sparingly. Outside time. As they grow, you can start introducing the chicks to the outside world in small doses. Keep in mind that chicks are fast and can squeeze into tiny places. Make sure they are in a safe, contained place, away from predators, including your dogs and cats. Also keep the outside temperature in mind. If it's chilly, keep the chicks inside. Temperature. You can reduce the temperature in the brooder by about 5 degrees each week. After you lower the temperature, watch the chicks carefully to make sure they're still warm enough. Picking. It is natural for chicks to pick or groom themselves. Their new feathers are full of blood, so they may bleed after grooming. The red spots can attract other chicks to come pick in the same spot, endangering the chick. Use a red light in the brooder so that the chicks cannot see blood on each other. Picking can also be a sign of stress. If you notice your chicks are picking a lot, make sure they have enough of space, they are not too hot, they have fresh air, and they're not bored. Constant bright light will also cause stress and picking. Using a red light will also help with that issue. Weeks 6 to 9. After 6 to 9 weeks, chicks will not need to have regulated temperature anymore. and they can transition to the coop. They will start laying eggs around 16 to 18 weeks. Congratulations, you just raised your first flock of chicks. But be careful, it is addicting. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Happy chickening!